Welcome back, Bravehearts. It's Lorraine and Sandra for the Advanced Water Fast Q&A. And today our topic is who can, who can't, and what's stopping you? Sandra?
Literally swallowed a fly.
The things that happen. Okay, we'll let her get a drink of water to wash that fly down that she just swallowed. Okay. Okay, I am going to get the slides going while Sandra is doing that. So I'm just going to bring up the screen share here.
Well, there you go. Let's start with a fly in the mouth.
All right, let's see if Sandra, have I got it up there?
No.
Nope. Okay, go back. Oops.
So, who can and who can't? And you know what? Sometimes if it's not going to be black and white for you, then the best answer is, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and do a consultation? If you're not sure you should, or you right, then give us a call. We'd love to be your guide and your coach. The other thing is take advantage of all the free information and make sure you're learning as much as you can ahead of time. We've got this brand new app out. It's going to give you the easiest access into the library. We've got a huge 500-page manual out. We've got fasting documents in the library. And so we have got nothing but resources or people that are willing to help you out. So we'll just let Lorraine get her clickety clicking going.
Is it not up right now?
No, I don't see it. And I don't see us on Facebook either.
Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Because we are live. It says we're live. Share. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to do this. Aha. That's what I forgot to do. Okay, so we're still using that new platform. So we're still, just learning, kind of figuring everything out. But we're getting there. Okay. Does that look like it worked?
It won a couple more seconds, and I think it'll come up. There we go. Yes. Looks
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm learning.
And Sandra alert that she needs to make sure all flies have exited the room before the live starts. Isn't that just hilarious? Literally seen the fly go by my eye, went gulp. Okay. Well, we're here. We're Bravehearts. Fly in the mouth, down the gullet. It's just going to be some nutrition for me, right? It's going to introduce some new bugs, and I've got lots of humic in my water. So if there's any badness in there that my body is not been informed on, it will help move it out of the body. And actually, this is an interesting thing, nothing to do with fasting, but interesting, is that when you use the infinite iodine, it never kills the bug so far or so much that your body's immune system can't learn from it first before it gets removed out. So just a little sidebar there, but let's get back to our advanced water fasting Q&A. Who can, who can't, and what's stopping you from doing an advanced water fast?
Exactly, exactly. So the first thing we want to take care of, the questions. So if you had any questions, we want to answer them. Your questions matter, and the more questions we get, the more we get to learn. It's more than just you learning. We get to learn too. So this is really an important part of what we're doing here. So don't be shy. Your questions matter. They're not a stupid question. It's always a question that needs to be answered. And that's what we're here for, is to answer those questions for you so that this journey can be very smooth and you'll be able to just flow, go with the flow, right? Sandra, was there any questions that popped up there?
No, not yet. Just hugs and well wishes from our master practitioners out there. Thank you, Fiona. She's like, I see you on Facebook. You're definitely live. Thanks for being out there, Fiona. We really appreciate that.
Awesome, awesome. So we're going to go to the next slide. So here at the DoD Advanced Water Fast Q&A, to send your questions in, you can send them to support@dakadetox.com, or you can go to the DoD Advanced Water Fast group on Facebook. And of course, you can put your questions in the feed too right now, because we are live. And Sandra's keeping an eyeball on that.
The fly gulping reassured everyone it's live.
Okay. And um, if you have not gotten that perfect day consultation, this is where you get that coach, that guide, that person who's been there, done that, to give you a hand up on your either your water fast or your perfect day or pelvic restoration or emotional consultation. We are here to give you the best information that we have so that you can succeed.
We both love doing consultations. It is just the highlight of our day to get to know someone and to work with them and just to really figure out what are those key things that they're not doing or what are those key things that are going to help them just tweak it. And oh, now I know how to take the next step forward. So it's a privilege to get to know everybody and to come alongside and be on their team to make sure that they can make those advancements forward, right? Just like Dr. Darwolf says when he advertises the courses, are you ready to go on the most dynamic journey that you can in your lifetime? And that's the journey inward. And so this fasting is going to help you make sure that you are able to go in, connect with that heart, and allow that body to do its job for us. And when we're not digesting, it can do a lot more for us.
You bet, you bet. And right now with the Advanced Water Fast Prep sale on, the consultations are on sale too. So $95 instead of $150, and that is lifetime telephone support. I mean, you know what? I have been here for I don't know how many years doing consultations, and I have never refused to help somebody who I did a consultation on. I've never said, sorry, you're past your time. No, I'm going to pick up that phone. I'm going to answer that question. I'm a person. You're a person. This is a personal business, a people first business. And that's what makes us different.
Absolutely. Yes.
So right now you guys are doing your prep. So like Sandra mentioned, we want to be able to do what the body is designed to be doing at the times that the body is designed to do it. So from 12 p.m., 12 p.m. is the time that our digestion actually is fully awake, So when you do intermittent fasting, we recommend 11 a.m. to break your fast. And that's because most people are used to having their breakfast, their break fast, probably around 7, 8, maybe 9. So we want to push it a little bit and baby steps in the right direction. If you're a 7 a.m. eater, maybe push it to 8 and see how you do for a couple of days and see if you can push it a little bit more and push it a little bit more. I know quite often it is 1 or 2 p.m. before I break my fast, but it just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes it is 11. So between the hours of 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., that's when we're nourishing the body. That's when we're eating. And we shouldn't call it eating. We should call it nourishing, because that puts a different look on it. Is this nourishing my body, or is this something that is going to pull energy from my body as it goes through my body? So absolutely anything that is processed packaged, anything that's been refined, anything that causes inflammation in your body is going to actually take energy from your body to be able to digest it and utilize anything from it. It's got to pull from your body reserves. And if you are in a disease state, you've got no reserves. So it's going to put you even further into that disease state. So you really have to be a brave heart to be able to stick to the perfect day protocol. Sandra?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, as you said before, these are baby steps. You're not going to go cold turkey of making your body wait that long. Your brain wants it. You're right. So you're going to gently push it back until you get to that 11 or 12 p.m. Time where you're going to your body's ready to do that feasting, right? And then we move into the digesting and assimilating, 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., right? So if we're going to keep putting things into the body, those digestive enzymes aren't as active. The body, it's now, the small intestine, it's the rest of the body that's doing its job. And it is, that's where the focus is. So we need to realize that if we're wanting and desiring to put food in the mouth, that's not the right time. So maybe some light fruit, maybe some super cinnamon in the drinking water. Let's honor that body and let it do its job when it says it's going to do its job, right? Then we're going to move into the eliminating, 4 a.m. to 12 p.m., right? There's that large intestine highlighted for you. It's doing a really good job right now. And again, really going to mess things up if we're going to be eating during these times. And I used to do shift work. So definitely sometimes my alarm was set for 3:50 in the morning. And lots of my teammates would be down in the dining room and they would be eating at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good time, not a good time. We've got to honor our circadian rhythm, and it's something that is innate in all of us. Innate in all of us. This is the way it works. So if we can get the timing right and honor the body through these 3 phases, you're going to be a rock star. You're going to be you're going to raise your vibration because you are putting in high vibrational nutrition. First of all, your body is able to assimilate it because now it's not doing anything else. It's digesting. And then the elimination afterwards. And of course, we know that absolutely everything that you put in here, the only thing your body hangs on to is the vibration or the frequency of what you brought in. So how much are you eating and how much is eliminating? It should equal because we're talking about the unseen, right? The vibration. Remember back in, I think it was grade 8, we learned about the vibration of cells. And I remember being really curious about rocks because I couldn't see them moving at all. And I just had to believe that they had cells that were moving, but they were moving way slower or way faster. I don't even remember. I think it's slower than anything else. But anyhow, just a segue there. So yes, the elimination, your body is going through the large intestine. So when you wake up in the morning, you should have a good bowel movement. That should be almost the very first thing you do. Sandra, do you have anything to add to that?
Nope, that's good. Our dear Cynthia Braveheart, is a sauna okay to do during a fast? Should we keep exercise later? Definitely, we'll fully cover the exercise topic later. But yes, love, yes to both of those. Sauna is definitely okay. That's just one of those external therapies that's just going to add an energy and vibration into the body, and light exercise for sure. But again, that'll be a fuller topic we'll discuss in much more detail in the days to come. So as we started today, are you confused? Are you leery? Are you literally sitting on the fence about whether you should be doing a water fast or not, right? And so lots of history, lots of interesting tidbits about when fasting first first emerged in the history. And it looks like 1500 BC it emerged, and we started, the history books show Vedic, Hindu, Jainism religions were definitely fasting on holy days to increase that vibration for their spirit so that they could fully embrace their holy days.
Exactly, exactly. And then, people later on started fasting for health reasons. It was understood or understood that the body needs that time where you can actually shut down the digestion for a length of time and allow that energy that the body would normally use to assimilate and pull from whatever it is that you were nourishing your body with, to actually do the repair, the rejuvenation, and the detoxifying. I mean, in the world that we are in today, we are highly toxic. There's never been a world this toxic, and our bodies can't keep up. So we got to do something to be able to allow the body to do getting into the nooks and crannies and doing that deep clean. And it's not I'm doing a liver cleanse or a gallbladder cleanse or any other cleanse. This is actually giving the body what it needs, so the energy, what it needs, and then with the advanced water fast, you are supplying your body absolutely everything it needs to be able to do that work.
Absolutely. And we, of course, lots of times we can go to the animal kingdom and get clues from them because we know that they don't have a subconscious brain. And we know that they are much more in tune with their instincts and they just simply know what they need to be doing, right? So, who in the animal kingdom is really good at fasting? Reptiles, penguins, bears, of course. We know bears hibernate, seals. These animals can all abstain from eating food for months at a time. Bears even have the ability to change their heart rate. And so that really helps. Let's see, achieve a heart rate reduction of about 80% and a metabolic rate reduction of 67%. So, isn't that just fascinating?
Exactly, exactly. And when you're starting this, when you're hesitant, then just do 1 day. Just, tiptoe into it. Do 1 day of water fast and advanced water fast, right? So that you're supporting your body and see how you feel. And then maybe, a week or two later, you can do alternating days fasting or getting into that intermittent fasting like what we talked about earlier, where you're not introducing anything until 11. And that first meal that you put in your body needs to be so easy to digest. It's like you're waking up your digestion. So you don't want to slam it with bacon and eggs and toast and hash browns. That's what most people do. They wake up and they have something heavy, or maybe it's just a bagel and coffee or whatever, but it's heavy. We want something that is so simple and so easy for the body to be able to grab onto the nourishment from it. And that would be your smoothies. So intermittent fasting, that first meal, your five ingredient smoothie. Sandra?
And like you said, either do a 1 day fast, get into the alternate day fasting so you can really start to feel good. And then the intermittent fasting on a daily basis is so incredible because, like Lorraine said, she sometimes isn't eating until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And think about that. She's fully convinced that she's okay with the water and the nutrients that we're putting into the water. Her body isn't even giving her the signal that it's time to freak out because the tummy isn't full, right? So, all these things are preparing you to have confidence and fully convince that subconscious brain that what you're doing is just fine and nothing about your actions are going to freak you out.
And the advanced water fast is the art of cellular biohacking. You know, we have got this figured out so that you can really go smoothly through that advanced water fast with, very little disruptions, because your body, when you can come into these bodies and honor them and know that, maybe that little angst that you're feeling in your kidneys is the advanced water fast actually working in that area and renewing and restoring and repairing, you know, because you do get little angst every once in a while, right, Sandra? And to me, I just send my energy down to whatever area that is and say, okay, kidneys, that you're getting cleansed right now. You just need to calm down and allow that process to happen. That's the way I handle it. And it's never been something that I thought, oh my gosh, this is horrible. No, it's not. It's just a little sign, a little GPS saying, hey, this is where the love is going right now.
Michelle Kennedy Bobrick, fruit, question mark. Yeah, and I'm gonna make the assumption that you're saying is fruit okay, while you're trying to learn to do the intermittent fasting? I'm doing a little bit of assuming there, Michelle. But yes, that is totally fine because it's so light, and especially the watermelon, such a low glycemic index to it and so light that you're gonna get nutrition out of it, and it's gonna help you to, like I said, over time, be fully convinced that the either daily or intermittent fasting is totally fine with your body and you are not going to do anything. Now, here's the opposite. I cannot miss a meal, and if I do, I get terrible headaches. If I miss a meal, I know my blood sugar is going to go plummeting down to the ground, right? And I can speak personally to this. I used to believe, Lorraine, way back in the day, that if I would have toast, peanut butter, and honey. And to somehow, in my lack of understanding, I thought this was the perfect combination, something that's going to break down slow in my system, like the peanut butter, and something that's going to break down a little bit faster in the system. And so to me, I believed it. If I got up and got out the day, and I was highly anxious. By the world standards, I maybe should have been medicated at that point. But if I left the building, if I left my house and was close enough to the grocery store, I could walk there. I remember one day I walked to the grocery store. I had my cart almost full of groceries. And then all of a sudden my body gave me a signal I misinterpreted. And I thought, oh, I haven't had my toast, peanut butter and honey. That was what kept me from being anxious, was my toast, my peanut butter and my honey. And so I looked at my cart. There was nothing that I took out of that was frozen or cooled. So I just pushed off to the side and I left and I walked home. Long story. I won't go into the whole thing, right? But I believed I couldn't go anywhere without my toast, my peanut butter, and my honey sandwich in the morning, right? And so, right, rumbly in the tumbly, or a tummy rumble, I should say, right? We misinterpret those signals from the body. And a little clue was my body simply gave me the signal to urinate. And I was so anxious that I misinterpreted that. My body was just flew into anxiety in the middle of the grocery store. And I went home, laid down, had a little cry. I don't know if I had peanuts or something on hand, what I did, because I didn't know anything about nutrition. And then after I had my little cry and I had a little sleep, woke up and said, my body says to me, Sandra, you need to go to the bathroom now to urinate. And I thought, that's the same feeling that I had in the grocery store. Anyways, here we are talking about fasting. If you feel like you cannot miss a meal or you're going to have heavy consequences come down on you, this is where you need to lean in on the intermittent fasting. And you need to realize that your body is simply so toxic that now it's if you miss a meal, it's pulling a few things out of your tissues, you're getting the headache. Your body is simply trying to pull this high toxic load out of your system. And I like to say the same trauma that your body experienced ingesting it and putting it into the tissues is going to be the same trauma as your body's pulling it out of the tissues back into the bloodstream and through the immune system, and out it goes, right? So maybe you had a headache when you ate it, and now you're having a headache as you pull it out. So let's lower that toxic load with the advanced water fasting, with all those pre-steps, because if you feel this way, you're probably haven't you're just at the beginning of your health journey for sure.
Yeah, so with the advanced water fast, there are no health crisis, no healing crisis. You can anchor onto that Lionheart breathing and, just that simple smile. Yeah, putting a smile on your face changes your demeanor. So even when your body's not feeling quite right, if you can smile and, like I said, take that love energy and put it into what is calling. So if it's that bit of a headache, you can actually breathe your way through getting rid of a headache. See, your body is constantly in that sympathetic nervous system. So when we can slow that breath down and bring the body back into the parasympathetic nervous system, it's like you're opening up your chest. You're opening up the tightness in the body, because when you're in that sympathetic nervous system, your smooth muscle constricts. So smooth muscle in your body is all of your inner organs, your veins, your arteries, it's actually wrapped around every single muscle in the body. So everything's constricted. So no wonder you're getting a headache. No wonder your blood sugar is plummeting, and you're getting that angst in the stomach, right? So come back to your breathing, because your breathing is going to bring you back into that parasympathetic nervous system. Use your Love Band Life Band, because we all have questions about it, right? And most of the things when we have an angst or something happening is, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are experiencing where the body is actually having trouble. So it is going to send whatever needs to be done to that area, whether it's the headache, the low blood sugar. And when your body's blood sugar gets lower, it is a sign that you haven't eaten. But why do we need that constant flow of glucose in the body? When we are in that sympathetic nervous system, we actually get a surge of glucose going through the body, because we're supposed to be running or fighting. When we're not, we don't have that surge of glucose going there. Glucose is instant energy. So you have been used to running on instant energy. So now you feel the difference when you're not having that instant energy, because you're not eating. Sandra?
Yeah, absolutely. Trauma going in, trauma coming out. That's what I teach people. And so when we're so privileged to be able to teach you this advanced water fasting, because it isn't just water. You're going to go through only these healing breakthroughs. Your body is going to be really well nourished with the Black Diamond and the drinking water. It's going to be well nourished with all these products, the SON formula, the IGF. They're going to be well nourished, and so that your body's going to be able to go after things instead of just throwing all that acidic load in your bloodstream and literally freaking out the rest of your tissues. Or it's going to be such a supported event that you are right. No crisis is only breakthroughs.
Yeah. So, use everything that you've got going with the DACA detox. So that mirror work, for me, that was one of the most um, beneficial things I could have done. Like, it was profound. It was profound. Because if we are not honoring our body, we need to be doing that mirror work. We need to figure out, we need to let go of the reason that we're not honoring the body. That's what we need to do. And that's what the mirror work does.
Mhm.
And, like Sandra said, the advanced nutraceuticals, using the ultimate coffee enema, where we're actually supporting the liver to cleanse and detoxify and restore so much better. I like to say that a coffee enema is actually putting the liver on hyperdrive. So when you can hold that ultimate coffee enema, because there's a difference, because we've got nutraceuticals in there. So the ultimate coffee enema, when you can hold that for 3 minutes, you've allowed your entire blood system to go through the liver when it is producing on hyperdrive. And that is the beauty of a coffee enema. So if you can hold it longer, up to 12 minutes, you've allowed the body to, the blood, actually, your whole blood system to go through 4 times. You get an amazing feeling afterwards. You can go from I'm flat out, I don't have energy, to oh my gosh, I've got all this energy. And the vaginal rectal infusions, this is, I mean, really, if you've got any problem in the pelvic area, and we all do, you need to be doing the vaginal or rectal infusions. Uh, you cannot expect something going in from this end to be able to manage to have much energy by the time it gets down to the bottom there. It's not going to be doing a whole lot. You need to go and put things in right to the source. And that's where that vaginal rectal infusion is. And it is so important. The therapeutic vomiting, because quite often we will have feelings that come up. So these feelings are trapped emotions in the stomach. You know, you were maybe at a gathering, a family gathering, and Uncle Joe said something that you could not digest, and it just sat there. And then maybe somebody else reiterated that, and then now you've got two of the same thing, you know. And
Mhm.
we hide things deep into the body, so that
Mhm.
therapeutic vomiting is another thing that you could be
Mhm.
doing. And a
Mhm.
lot of people are afraid of when they get diarrhea, and diarrhea is the same thing. It's your body is doing exactly what it needs to do. There is something that needs to come out now. So I don't know about you, but anytime that I've had diarrhea, I've always felt better afterwards. Sandra?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, interesting correlation, the vaginal and rectal infusion. Let's get those nutrients in right to the source. And then, instead of depending on what you're putting in here to affect down here, also then the body, like Lorraine said, the therapeutic vomiting. Let's put in all that extra water. Let's give the body a chance to take whatever you can't swallow and get it back out, right? And then if something has passed through, at least some of it has passed through, then the guard dog on the other end is the ability to turn on that flush function, that diarrhea. It'll pull all that extra liquid and flush things out. So, both the therapeutic vomiting, I mean, that we're choosing to do the vomiting. We're not waiting until the body's so overloaded that it tells you it has to vomit. We're saying, hey, I recognize what's going on. I'm going to put in Black Diamond into my drinking water, get 3 glasses of that 16 ounces into my system, and then I'm going to help my body to bring that back up, right? So we can really move into that position of taking action. And then the other things that are so helpful, clapping. Let's give the body a chance to make some of those stem cells. Let's just be brave enough to learn how to clap to help move that energy. Interestingly enough, Love, I was doing a check-in with a client in the evening last week, just because of time zones, and I was a little bit tired, but she wanted to talk about clapping. So I said, sure, let's talk about clapping. So I showed her along the jawline. I clapped on the back of my head for about 10 seconds. And I said, Daryl himself spends a lot of time clapping. I just did a few taps in the back of my mind. And then I looked up at the screen and went, wow. And she goes, you're awake. You're just all of a sudden awake. You're there. You're with me. And it was absolutely amazing to be going, yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm here for you. And clap, clap, clap on the back of the head. And you could see my spirit come back into my eyes. It was really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. When you can clap along that occipital ridge into the eyes of the back of the head, I mean, that helps your sight, let alone bringing up the vibration. I mean, clapping anywhere brings the vibration up. So if I need my thinking to be clear, so yeah, I'm going to be clapping my head, my neck, along the jawline here, probably into my shoulders to get some relief there, but for sure across that occipital ridge. And
Yeah.
then we've got the belly button therapy. So the belly button therapy, you're connecting to over 70,000 nerve endings right there at the belly button. I mean, that's where you were connected to your mom. And this puts the body into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the only place the body heals. It doesn't heal when we're running from that paper tiger. So we got to get off that sympathetic and back into the parasympathetic. So doing belly button therapy twice a day, amazing thing to be doing. Amazing thing to be doing. It's also going to help that large intestine and open up any areas of stagnation. And then you'll figure out where you've got scar tissue, calcification, maybe lumps and bumps. Maybe you've got a fibroid that you didn't even know you had. You'll be able to find these things out by doing your belly button therapy. So it is an amazing thing to do.
Sonia is posting a question. How many times should one do the Ultimate Coffee Enema and vaginal fusion during the fast? We definitely recommend it on a daily basis during the fast. Let's just double down on that self-care. The body is not distracted by distraction, and it can do a lot more for us. So let's do all these external therapies on a daily basis. And again, we'll be able to go into much more detail on a different show about exactly what that's going to look like and how to do it and everything. So thanks for the question, Sonia, and stay tuned, and we'll go into further detail for you on that later. So your salt glows are really fun, really help with the skin, help get those salt nutrients into the system, help wake you up, help revitalize you. Your pelvic squats and crab stretch. We will definitely show that on the exercise day. They are wonderful to help open up that pelvic region, that crab stretch to help relax the shoulders. They're all fabulous to do. The ChiroPlate, taking that magnet, the Pure Wave magnet, putting it at the base of the head and doing some work there. We used to call that the occipital plate release. And then, of course, we need to be doing those Braveheart 12 loving steps every day. And a lot, be prepared just to have your whole fast be about your Braveheart loving steps, because you need to be able to observe all these thoughts that might be coming up, not be panicked by them, and just observe them and really lean in. This is a great time. We're not only helping our physical body, but you are upgrading your spiritual understanding and your spiritual connection with yourself.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's not healing crisis, it's only healing breakthroughs. That's what happens with the advanced water fast. So who can and who can't? So almost all men, almost all women, those people who want to lose inflammation, so that could be either weight or pain, those people who want to dissolve lumps and bumps. And also, this is my, when I do a water fast, this is my reason for doing it, is a better connection to self and what I call God. I mean, source, energy, whatever you want to call that, you get a better connection. This is such an amazing thing that you can be doing. Sandra, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Who can? Pretty much everybody can. I think we were going to chat maybe about diabetes, AIDS. Type 2 diabetes is basically an onset type.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Okay.
So, pregnant, you shouldn't be doing a water fast, an advanced water fast, because you need to be nourishing yourself and growing that baby. But you could, be on that intermittent fasting with the plant-based keto diet. And that would be what I suggest for everybody, because you want to get your health in such a state that your body is able to produce the most magnificent child ever. And, doing the ultimate coffee enemas and the vaginal infusions, yes, you can do them while you are pregnant. Why not? You are going to be cleaning out that pelvic area. So yeah, take advantage of this and doing that brave heart emotional work, but no advanced water fast.
Absolutely. Another question, can children be doing an ultimate water fast? Sure thing. Yeah. As long as you can chit chat with them and have them understand what's going on. Certainly you can be doing that for you. All right. Type 1 diabetes.
So this is the one, another one too, that should not be doing the water fast. You've got to be able to honor your body where you're at. This is type 1 is generally you are born this way. You are born like this. So you have got to actually get on that plant-based keto diet is the best thing for you to do. You need to be off sugar, flour, and dairy for you is the biggest thing you need to get off. A lot of people don't understand why people get type 1 diabetes. Um, the we have the logical thinking behind it. So actually, you know what? We don't even have to go into that why. We just need you to be able to honor your body. Because I know I have counseled a couple of people, a few people, a handful of people with type 1 diabetes, and all of them use their medication so that they can cheat. They know that they can cheat and their medication is going to bring their body back. But is that a good thing? You know, that is my question. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. I don't think so. You need to be honoring your body so much more than the average person. You need to be on that plant-based keto diet because there's nothing on that plant-based keto diet that is going to disrupt um, your body's natural ability to do what it can. Sandra?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite the idea. So I'm going to, my body needs to depend on the medication, and now I'm going to use it to cheat.
Yeah.
That's just not taking care of self, right? You know, some key things that if you are type 2 diabetes, like Lorraine said, let's eliminate all those man-made foods, all those things that man adds into foods. And also, let's start drinking between 3 to 5 liters of warm to hot structured water. Let's add in your cell power water, your hydrogen water and add in your structured water on top of that to drink. Let's make sure that body's got lots of water for it to deal with and make sure that it can be trying to do what it's supposed to be doing. Let's get on the nutraceuticals. Let's be taking the daily cleansing tea, the black gold in your food, the black diamond in your drinking water, Beyond Ormus in your drinking water, Infinite Iodine, C60, Ocean Essentials, Perfect Day Maltese, right? You need to be really helping out your body if you're going to be dealing with this situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sandra.
You're welcome.
Aha. So watermelon. So this is an exception for people who are underweight. So with people who are underweight, they have to generally, depending on how much underweight you are, I would say let's build your body up first. Let's get the body, oops, sorry, let me get back there. Let's get the body back to being able to at least put on a few more pounds before you jump into an advanced water fast. But if you were at that point and you wanted to do the advanced water fast for whatever reason, then you would need to be taking watermelon at the same time because we want to make sure that your body is not going to be pulling from the muscles because you are so susceptible for the body to pull from the muscles and then you wither away even more. So what you're going to do with the watermelon, you're going to cut it into pieces, throw it in your blender and just blend it all up so it's kind of easy to digest. And if I were you, I'd be drinking that 2, if not 3 times a day, along with the advanced water fast. Sandra, was there anything else there?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And even maybe, yeah, even make sure it's organic. And those seeds, remember your seeds are that natural source of your B17. So go ahead and throw it in the blender with those seeds as long as it's organic, and make sure you get your full benefit out of the watermelon. There is a question that came in. What's the difference between structured water and hydrogen water? Hydrogen water goes through the cell and it increases the amount of hydrogen in it. Structured water literally means the structure has been slightly altered and an electron is moved from one level to another level. So structurally, the water does look a little bit different underneath the microscope. And the hydrogen water is just advanced, higher levels of hydrogen in the water. So we like to combine them, and I love keeping hydrogen water in all my drinking water now. It's a really wonderful addition, and I went for a couple of days without it, and my body then noticed, ooh, now that we know this is missing, no, we miss it. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And structured water is the way Mother Nature does it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing happens when water is coming from a stream at the bottom, at the base of a mountain. That water has gone through that entire mountain and it has been shuffled and turned and twisted, and absolutely water is something that holds memory. Matter of fact, it can hold more memory than the biggest computer out there. So just think of that. We want to be able to start with a pure, fresh form of water, and that's what structured water is. All right.
Well, yes.
Yeah, there we are. We have done a great job, Sandra. Thank you so much.
Started with gulping flies down, and we recovered very quickly, didn't we?
Exactly.
So we're here not only to give you information, but also to help you financially get into that water fast. Dr. Dara Wolf really likes to help people to get these products in hand. And so for 2 weeks, we've got the advanced water sale, preparation sale on for you. So just head to store@docofdetox.com. And on that first landing page, you'll be able to see all the products that are on sale. Now, remember, technically, you're going to select it, put it in your cart, or select it. The price might show regular. Once it's inside your cart, that sale price will be applied. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and get it into your cart to see the price. And so we're so happy to come to you and talk about the 4 pillars of the perfect day. We chatted quite a bit about the diet yesterday. Today was who can and who can't, but we're going to go over all these pillars. We're going to go through things in detail with you. And so stay tuned for more, where we're going to talk about the high frequency nutraceuticals, the energy medicine, the emotional balance.
Exactly. So, and if you haven't already, sign up for the app and then download that Perfect Day guide. It is the best information that you can find, that I can find anyway, put in one book. This is Dr. Daryl Wolf's 40-some years of practice in alternative medicine, and what helps and what does not. We don't go over what does not, we only go over what helps. But you've got all that information at your fingertips, and that download is great to use if you like searching, different words. Maybe you need help with an ear problem, or maybe someone's got a strained ankle or whatever. You can just put in those words and it's going to bring up the pages that you need to be looking at. Or if you're like me and you like to have your own books, you can, dog-ear those corners of the pages and highlight things, then you can purchase it for $95. And that is shipping included, right, Sandra?
That's what NA delivered means. North America delivered. We can do that for free. International, it's a little bit of a different situation. So, but we love to get that into your hands for sure, so that you've got that benefit. One more question popping in, and maybe we should leave this, but what is the best structured water unit? We have a structured water unit on the store, so definitely go check it out. And like I said, when it simply changes the structure, that's what our unit does. It physically moves the water in a circular manner with the correct pressure and the correct way, and that creates structured water simply by passing it through the funnel. So check out the water page on the store.docofdetox.com. And here we are, just to remind you of how huge our self-care and self-love library is. Again, it's going to be the easiest to access through the Braveheart app. And so just look at all those different titles. One of my most favorites, and I love talking about it, is oh, you know what? I'm kind of going blank on it. What's my favorite month?
Become number one at number two.
Well, that's the funniest one. The emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing. That's one of my favorites. It takes very high level information and makes it really easy for you to understand. But there's tons there for you to enjoy, tons of different documents. There's a pet guide. There's tons of information about the SAC, ionic calcium. And so for your viewing pleasure, download that app, get into the library, and get watching all that wonderful content.
Yeah, and expand your health knowledge. That's all it is. It's, you know what, when you can take your power back and actually understand how the body works, you're the hero. You're the one. You're your own practitioner. You've got your power back, and you can decide what needs to be done. And when it is a true emergency, because sometimes there is a true emergency, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the Whole Life Coach in person and online in 2025. So you heard that right. Dr. Wolf is going to be doing a version of the Whole Life Coach online. So be watching for that, and just know that we have the courses in Ixtapa, Mexico starting October the 9th. I know that that date is coming up, but if you're wanting to get this done and you're moved to come and do it right away, I know that there is still a couple of spots left.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the best. It has changed both our lives. And then, the next most important thing is to not only get that knowledge, but understand that those emotional issues that you now understand have taken residence in your tissues, and getting the Wolf non-surgical with Dr. Sage Wolf can be the physical part to helping set you free. And, bits of those emotions are still going to be stuck in those tissues until you literally help release them out of the tissues. So it is absolutely amazing. You want to look at a document, Reverse the Irreversible is a document in the library, but also if you're interested in taking those courses, bhnuniversity.com is the place to go check it out.
Yeah. So we have the next one, like I said, in Ixtapa, and then after that, there's a January class in Ixtapa, and then there is March here in Calgary. And I should also mention about the lectures. Dr. Wolf is coming to Canada to do some lectures. He's going to be starting in Toronto on October the 20th, and then the 23rd, he is going to be in Kelowna. And then the 24th, he's going to be here in Calgary. And the 26th, he's going to do Day with the Doc with me in Calgary here. So if you're interested in those lectures, Canada, this may be the last time Dr. Wolf comes up for a couple of years. So if you want to see him live, you got to get yourself registered. These are free lectures, but we need to know you're coming because seats are limited. So again, you can go to that bhnuniversity.com and get yourself signed up and registered for whichever one that you're wanting to attend. And just know too, if you cannot physically attend these, a lot of these lectures will be live also. But the best way to get the information is being live if you can. Sandra, do you have anything to say about that?
No, I think you've got it covered. The DoD 5-star Healing and Training Center is beautiful. It is location for the courses in Ixtapa, Mexico, and you can book it for whichever kind of experience you're looking for. Tropical location, great food, and just world-class information for you to learn. And if you need Dr. Sage Wolf to travel to you, he certainly can do that, and he can teach you the same information. You can specialize it to exactly what you need, or you can come to the DoD 5-star and get your personal treatment and training right there on site. So give Dr. Dara Wolf a call directly, 855-900-4544, extension 5, or reach him directly at 469-861-9454.
And again, if you haven't done it already, download that app. Put it on your laptop, put it on your PC, put it on your tablet, put it on your phone, so that it doesn't matter where you are. You've got instant access to all of the Braveheart information, all of the library. I mean, you can set up a little profile. You can start chatting to other Bravehearts from all over the world. And that's what we've made this for, is for you to be able to take those baby steps. And actually, there are little things to make you accountable for doing things. You get little pop-ups, like sign in and let us know about your nutrition, or what did you eat today, stuff like that. BHN Studio, True Vision. And we call it True Vision because we are bringing the truth out. And, we can't do that on all platforms. And that's why we've got our own platform for this, so that there's no reason there will be no disruption, because it is our platform.
And nobody says what our dear Dr. Dara Wolf can talk about, who he can interview, or anything. It is for Bravehearts. And so we also want to just give some time and thought to the Braveheart Online Emotional Intelligence Masterclass. This is definitely worth the $9.95, but it has been made available free for you. So get that app downloaded, get into the library section, and start watching that Braveheart Emotional Intelligence. Unleash your Braveheart roar.
Massive personal action equals self-healing, and it is so profound. It happens so quickly in the body when you give the body what it needs. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So be a Braveheart, take the massive personal action, and you will get the healing results that you want.
Absolutely. And so when you start to do that, you learn how to fly. You're going to first love yourself and set yourself free to see that full potential. It is the most amazing journey. Lorraine and I started it a few years ago, and we're sticking with it. We are not going to quit. The day that we fall asleep and then our spirit passes to a different level, we are going to be probably learning that very day before. We're going to keep learning and keep learning to go inside.
You bet. You bet. This is a journey. And we rise together. So we're here to help you rise, but you're also participating in that, in helping us rise. And the more we can learn, like Sandra said, we only know what we know today, and we can only give the information that we know today. I don't know what's coming down the pipe tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I just feel in my heart of hearts that we are going in the right direction. This is going to be a beautiful world. I can hardly wait.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Bravehearts, let's take a breath. Let's take a couple of deep breaths, and let's go into that Braveheart oath. This is our promise to ourselves, right? I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust and honor, respect and protect, forgive and totally love myself first and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. Let me see if I can do that. Well, I thought I could bring us up full screen there, but there you go. You get
That's
to see
okay.
my screen.
Take care, Bravehearts.
For showing up, and 3, 2, 1, you've got this. Love you guys.